Hello everyone, welcome to Vedantu J English. I'm Diksha Kaushal, your chemistry master teacher, and students. Today we are going to do top 20 questions of physical chemistry. Now I have already put a video of formula sheet of physical chemistry. Based on that formula sheet, we are going to do the application in today's lecture. So let's start with the video without wasting any time, and don't forget to write down your marks in the comment section, right? So let's see, and I'm giving 1 mark for every, okay, not marks, but you can tell me how many questions you got right. Okay, so let's start. Now, if I talk about the first question here is CBSE 2023, that is, which of the following solutions of KCl will have highest value of molar conductivity? Now we know that they are talking about molar conductivity, that is equals to kappa into 1000 divided by molarity. Now, if you see this here, molarity and molar conductivity are inversely proportional. So if I want to have the highest value, this should be lowest. And this is lowest in A part. So answer is going to be A is the correct answer here. Right. Next question is value of Henry's constant Kh. That is what? Let's talk about that. Value of Henry's constant increases with decrease in temperature, decreases with increase in temperature, increases with increase in temperature, and the correct answer is increases with increase in temperature. As you increase, Kh also increases, right? Okay. Next question, guys. That is a assertion reasoning question. Let's talk about that. Assertion is osmotic pressure is a colligative property. That is absolutely correct. Okay. Reason is osmotic pressure is proportional to the molality. No, not at all. Osmotic pressure is equals to CRT. It is directly proportional to molarity, not molality. So answer will be A is true and R is false. That is C corresponds to the correct answer here, right? Okay, and don't forget to smash the like button, guys, right? So let's see the next question, that is 2023 again, that is for the reaction. This is given rate of reaction dV by dt is equals to what? So this is what you have. Rate of reaction is equals to minus dA by dt divided by stoichiometry, that is 3. Product side it is plus dB by dt, it is stoichiometry divided by 2. Stoichiometry is in the division, that is 1 by 2. Now they are asking the value of plus dB by dt, and that will become equal to minus 2 by 3, 2 will go here, dA by dt, and that will be your final answer here. So you can say minus 2 by 3 dA by dt is the correct answer here. Is that clear, everybody? 4 questions we have done. Now let's start with the subjective questions here, right? Let's start doing subjective questions. Let's do that, right, everybody? Are you ready? Are you also doing that with me? Are you also solving that with me? If yes, then write it down in the comment section. Yes, in the comment section. When I'm saying write it down, you have to write it down in the comment section, right? Okay, so here it is. Conductivity of, this is from electrochemistry. Conductivity of this much molar methanoic acid is this. Conductivity means kappa. This is molarity, that is given. Calculate its molar conductivity and degree of dissociation. See, molar conductivity is equals to kappa into 1000 by m. You have kappa, you have molarity, you can calculate that. Now, infinite molar conductivity is given to you, and alpha is equals to molar conductivity. This is at concentration C that we will solve from here, divided by molar conductivity at infinite dilution will be your degree of dissociation. Okay, how do we solve that? Firstly, kappa into 1000 by C, you put the value of kappa, put the value of C here, molarity, you'll get the value of molar concentration at C. Alpha is equals to molar conductivity at C divided by infinite molar conductivity. This we have calculated to be 40. This is given in the question, that is 404. Right? You will put it here, you will solve this and you will get your answer. And you know the amazing thing about board examination is that when you do competitive exams, right? Now, if your answer is correct, then they will take it as correct. But in boards, even if the formula you have written is correct, even if here you have done some gadbad, right? Even then you have the chances of getting full marks. At least half will be given to you for writing the formulas correctly. Okay, so that is the big part. So don't leave any question of CBSE board because there is no negative mark in first thing. Second is for writing the formulas also you're getting the marks, right? So now let's see the next question here, that is B, that says calculate the delta G and log Kc for the given equation, right? E naught, okay, delta G and log Kc you have to calculate, okay. So to calculate the value of delta G naught, you must know the value of E naught, right? So let's talk about that. So what is the value of E naught? Firstly, you should know E naught cell is nothing but it is E naught of cathode minus E naught of anode, and these are the reduction potentials of both of them. Reduction potentials means what? Let's see the application here. In reduction potential, oxidation number will decrease. This is going from 2 to 0, that means this is definitely the reduction potential. This is going from 1 to 0, this is also oxidation is reducing, oxidation number is decreasing, so definitely it is also the reduction potential, right? Now, what is cathode and what is anode? Let's talk about that, right? If they would have given oxidation potential, just put minus in front, you will get your reduction potential, right? Now, if I see in reduction, oxidation number should decrease. So here it is increasing 0 to plus 2. So this is oxidation. Here it is decreasing. So it is reduction. Reduction happens at cathode. So this means I'll talk about E naught of, this is reduction potential of Ag minus E naught of reduction potential of nickel. Then you will write reduction potential of Ag is given to be 0.8 and minus of nickel is given to be 0.25. That will become 0.8 plus 0.25. That will become the value of E naught. Calculation of E naught was important here because students usually think which is cathode, which is anode. That was important. Even if they give you representation, this side will always be anode and this side will always be cathode. AC. Okay. Now, once you know this, you have calculated the value of E naught. Put the formula delta G is equals to minus NF E naught. Number of electron, if you see, here it is going from, nickel is going from nickel to nickel 2 positive. That means 2 electron is lost. Ag is going from Ag positive to Ag. That means 1 electron is gained here. If you multiply this with 2, so 2 electrons will be gained. So I can easily say that N factor is 2 here, right? So N factor is 2. Faraday is 96500 and E naught value you will just put here and you will get your answer here, right? Okay. Next is, they have asked you the value of log Kc. Where? Here. Log Kc. Now the value of log Kc, you will calculate it by, we know the formula, right? E naught is equals to, you can also write, learn it as E naught is equals to log Kc. This is 0.059 by N. See, what is Nernst equation? It is E cell is equals to E naught cell minus 0.059 by N of log Q. If equilibrium, this will become 0 and this will become Kc. Then you will take it here, this will become equals to E naught, and this is the formula that we have written this way, right? So now you just need to put the value of N, that is 2. E naught cell we have calculated it to be 1.05 and this is 0.059, and you will get your answer of log Kc as well. Is that clear? Right, everybody? So direct formula based questions they ask you here. Next question is, they are asking you, when 19.5, which one? When 19.5 gram of this compound with molar mass, this is dissolved in 500 gram of water. That means weight, now always 2 represents solute, 1 represents solvent. Okay. Now see. It is just representation that we use instead of writing weight of solute again and again. But in the exam, you need to write weight of solute, that is W2. You have to tell the examiner that what you are telling W2. You will say weight of solute is W2, that is this is given. You can't just assume that examiner knows. Take your examiner as the most stupid kid in the class. You have to teach them everything, only then they will give you full marks, right? So 19.5, that is W2. Of this, molar mass is given to you, that is M2 is given, is dissolved in this much of water, that is W1. Weight of solvent is given. 1 represents solvent, so weight of solvent. Depression in freezing point is 1 degree. Delta TF. Kf is given to you. Degree of dissociation you have to calculate. See, we know delta TF is equals to I into Kf into molality, that is nothing but W2 by M2. This is W1 multiplied by 1000, right? Now you know all the values. This is 1, this I is, we don't know, we'll calculate the value of I. This is 1.86. W2 is given to you, that is 19.5. This is 1000. M2 is given to you, that is 78. And W1 is given to be 500. From here, you will calculate the value of Van-Hoff factor, that is I. Okay? After calculation of Van-Hoff factor, that is I, what you will do, because this is undergoing dissociation and this is getting dissociated into two particles, that is FCH2 COO negative plus H positive. Right? So here, you will just put this formula. Alpha is equals to I minus 1, N minus 1, N is 2 here. I you have calculated 1.07. Alpha you will calculate from here after calculating, after putting all the values, right? So that's how you calculate the degree of dissociation. Understood, everybody? Let's see. Next question here. That is last year question, CBSE 2025 question. Let's see. Firstly, go through the question yourself. Go through it. What they are telling you here, they are saying on the basis of E0 values, O2 gas should be liberated at anode, but it is Cl2 gas which is liberated in the electrolysis of aqueous NaCl. Now what they are saying, on the basis of E0, O2 gas should be liberated at anode, but it is Cl2 gas which is liberated. Now here they are saying aqueous NaCl. See, aqueous NaCl means from water you will have H positive and OH negative. That means if I say at cathode, what can happen? Na positive can get converted to Na or H2O can get converted to H2. At anode, what can happen? Cl negative can get converted to Cl2 or water can get converted to O2. Right? These two things can happen. But they are saying O2 should be liberated at anode, but Cl2 gas which is liberated in the electrolysis of aqueous. Why O2 is not liberated? Why Cl2 is liberated? Reason being, because of the over potential, its potential will become, earlier without over potential we'll consider it as minus 1.23. With over potential it is 1.43. So because of the excess potential, see, if I just compare this and this oxidation potential, this one will have, oxygen has more, that is 1.23. right? But because this conversion is not easy, so we have to give some extra potential, that is called as over potential, right? That is 1.43, and that is the reason, right, that here because of the over potential of O2 it becomes very difficult to convert this to this. That is why Cl2 is selected here, right? Okay, so you can say because of the over potential of O2 this is done. Okay. Acha. Next is conductivity of this decreases on dilution. Why? Why kappa decreases on dilution? See, for a weak electrolyte, when kappa is nothing, it is kappa is per unit volume. Okay. So in that unit volume, earlier the ions were more, but as you start adding water, these ions will start replacing the CH3COH ions because of water. The space is 1 unit volume only, so the number of these ions, acetic acid ions, will be less. That is why conductivity decreases. Number of ions carrying current per unit volume decreases. Because water molecule will, see, the area, the volume is only this room. Either, for example, you can say earlier in this room there were 50 students, right? Now there are coming what some influencers are coming in. Okay? Only 50 students were there, they were earning, right? Happy. Now some Insta influencers are coming, right? So they are dancing and they are earning. Some students are learning and still not earning, right? So what is happening? These influencers are replacing students. Now the number of students will be less. Reality of today's life, isn't it? Yes, ma'am. Acha. Next is, what type of deviation from Raoult's law is observed mixing chloroform and acetone? See, chloroform and acetone you have. Chloroform is what? CHCl3, right? Acetone is what? CH3, C double bond O, CH3. So what will happen? Because of very high electronegativity difference, they will create, from here you can see, wait a minute. Yes. See, I'll tell you one thing. Actually, what will happen? This is C. This is, I would say, H. This is Cl. This is Cl. This is Cl. This hydrogen will become highly positive because of 3 Cl connected here. So this hydrogen is not directly connected to any electronegative element, but still it will become very highly positive because of 3 Cl here, right? And here you have acetone, right? Now here it will start showing hydrogen bonding. See, why this hydrogen bonding is different? Because this hydrogen is not directly connected to electronegative element, but still it is very positive because of 3 Cl here, right? So that is why very strong hydrogen bonding is there. That is why interactions increases. Interactions increases. Now tell me, I told you, whenever you are interacting, you are in the class and you're not studying, ma'am is teaching you for boards, you're not studying, you're chit-chatting with each other, you're texting each other. What is happening there? What is happening? You are negatively deviated. You're not studying, you're getting so much interacted to each other, you're talking to each other so much that your marks are going to go down, right? So if there are more attractions, then there will be negative deviation of students. Okay? Negative deviation. Negative deviation. So I can say what type of deviation? Negative deviation is observed here. That's how you will tell. Write it in the form of paragraph as well. Why is decrease in vapor pressure? Because of negative deviation, right? What will happen? Delta V mixing will decrease. Delta H mixing will decrease, right? Moreover, in negative deviation, total pressure is less than pressure of A plus pressure of B. That is the rules of negative deviation. Okay. Understood? That is CBSE 2021 question here, right? That's how you will explain this. That is explained in paragraph way as well, but I would advise you, please write down this diagram also to fetch more marks in the exam, right? So, write it in the form of points, this, and after that, write this paragraph, okay? Now, next question is, you have for the CBSE 2020 question that says, for 5% solution of urea, calculate the osmotic pressure. See, here they are saying 5% solution of urea is there. See, 5% urea means 5 gram of solute and 100 gram of solution. Okay, so that means solvent is nothing but solution minus solute, that is 95 grams, right? So I can say W2, that is weight of solvent, is 5 grams and W1 is 95 grams. They are asking osmotic pressure. They are asking osmotic pressure. Here is the trick, okay? If they ask you osmotic pressure, now you have to take, because 5% is given. See, 100 gram also you can take because the density of water is 1 only. So, volume will also be, volume of solution will also be 100 milliliters. Because in osmotic pressure, you have to calculate the, see, Van Hoff factor is 1 here because it is non-electrolyte. Okay. So, you have to calculate the molarity, that is W2 by M2. This is volume. If it is in milliliters, then this will be multiplied by 1000. This is R and this is T. Right. So, volume is 5% means 5 gram in 100 milliliter. Okay. If we need to answer molality, I would have taken 100 grams. So that is a simple trick to know that, okay, this is how we decode this, right? So now what you have, now you can just calculate. M2 is given to you, that is what, 60. So you just put all the values here. Pi is equals to, this is W2 is what, that is 5, M2 is 60, this is 1000, this is 100, and this R is nothing but 0.0821, right? That is given, and you should also know, right, what R to take. Wait a minute. Okay. Now you have the value of temperature, that is 300, right? And that's how you solve it, the value of pi, and you get your answer here after solving. This should not be minus here, minus should not be here. So I'll just wait a minute. Yes. Okay. So that's how you get your answer here. Okay. Now next question is, calculate the mass of ascorbic acid to be dissolved in 75 gram of acetic acid to lower its freezing point by 1.5. Okay. So mass of ascorbic acid that you have to calculate, that is W2. Okay. W2, guys, you need to calculate here. M2 is given to you. To be dissolved in 75, W1 is given to you. Freezing point is delta TF is given to be this. So, delta TF is equals to molality, that is nothing but W2 by M2. This is W1 and this is 1000 and this is multiplied by KF. Right? So W2 is what here? W2 you just put it here. Then M2 is what? 176. W1 is what? 75. This is multiplied by 1000. KF is 3.9. It is given to be 3.9. and delta TF is given to be 1.5, right? So put all the values and you get your answer here of W2. Okay? Put all the values and get your answer of W2 here. Is that clear? Understood? Okay. So that's how you get your answer. Next question is the conversion of A to B followed by second order kinetics. So he is saying that the conversion of A to B follows second order kinetics, that is R is equals to K reactant raised to power square. If A is increased 3 times, R dash is equals to A is increased 3 times, then this will be 9 of Ka square, that is 9 times old rate, that is R. So how much time it is increased, how much it is affected? 9 times. Okay, so you'll solve this and you will write it. Define pseudo first order reaction with an example. So what is pseudo first order reaction? A reaction that appears to be higher order but follows first order kinetics. So what we are saying? It is actually looking like as if it is some higher order reaction, but actually it follows first order kinetics. So for example, hydrolysis of ester, or you can say inversion of sugar or sucrose, inversion of sugar or sucrose, these are the examples here, right? Okay, like you have RCOOR. After hydrolysis, you take water in excess, right? This is converted to ROH and RCOOH. Now, here in this case, it is appearing that it must be dependent upon this and this both. But in reality, it is only dependent upon the ester because water is in excess, so it is independent of water, right? Similarly, you have sucrose. On adding water, hydrolysis of sugar, this what happens? Glucose is formed and fructose is formed, that you have seen in biomolecules. Some machhar is out there. Some mosquito is here trying to kill me, bite me, but I'm like, okay bro, I don't want dengue. I don't want to have malaria or dengue, bro. So go. Okay, so now next question is, let's see. State the following Corrosion law, Corrosion of independent migration of ions. Now you have to answer. See, Corrosion law of independent migration. Corrosion law states that total molar conductivity depends upon each ion. For example, I talk about NaCl. So it will depend upon Na positive and Cl negative both. It is independent that if you have NaCl or NaOH, this will also depend upon same amount of Na positive ion. This also depends upon Na positive ion. That means you have any compound that depends individually on all the ions that are present in that compound, independent of each other. It does not depend, like with Na you have OH negative or Cl negative, it will be dependent upon Na, right? Okay. Next is Faraday's first law of electrolysis. Faraday's first law states that, right, limiting molar electron can be represented as the sum of individual contribution of this. It does not, it is independent of each other, but it is dependent upon the individual ions, right? So what is Faraday's first law? The amount of chemical reaction which occurs at the electrode during electrolysis is proportional to the quantity of electricity. Now Faraday first law, you can say W is equals to, also write the formula, W is equals to ZIT. Z is what? Electrochemical equivalent. Write it down in the exam. Electrochemical equivalent. Then that is nothing but equivalent mass by Faraday, IT, and equivalent mass is nothing but molar mass by N factor into Faraday into IT. This will become the full-fledged formula of first law of thermodynamics. where W is the weight deposited that is dependent upon the charge. Charge is nothing but IT, that is Q, because Q is equals to current into time, na? So that's why I have directly written IT here. Okay. Next here the question is, using E naught value, this is a very interesting question. In CBSE 2025, they have asked really interesting question from physical chemistry. E naught values of X and Y given below, predict which one is better coating the surface of iron. See, this is the surface of iron. All of them are reduction potentials, right? So here I need a sacrificial, the one that is ready to sacrifice. That is like, bro, don't reduce yourself. I will do that for you. I will do that for you. So what I need? I need someone who can sacrifice for this iron. So if this iron is minus 0.44, I need something which has even less value than that. Because sacrificial means what, guys? If I say that iron is corroded, that means iron will be converted to Fe2 positive. That means potential will be 0.44, because this is the reduction potential, Fe2 positive to Fe. So oxidation potential, Fe to Fe2 positive will be opposite. Now, if I want someone else to do this for me, I need higher oxidation potential. X to X2 positive is nothing but 2.36, and Y to Y2 positive is nothing but, it is 0.14. So you can easily see which has more oxidation potential, this one. So this X will say, bro, you don't need to do anything, I am with you. Don't sacrifice yourself, I will sacrifice myself for you. So here X will be the sacrificial electrode. That is, okay. So answer will be X is the correct answer. So you can say X is better, and X is, so ma'am, X is better, ma'am. No, ma'am. X can never be better, ma'am. Beta X electrode, right? As X is more negative, right? You can answer that. Okay. So answer it this way properly. Okay. Now next question here. Now they are saying a reaction, if the first order X and second order is Y, okay, but there is some reaction where with first order, with X it is first order, second order in Y. Total this. What is the rate effect increasing the concentration of Y 3 times? If I say R is equals to R dash is equals to X is as it is, Y is 3 times. So this will definitely be done 9 times. This is K, this is X, this is Y square. That is nothing but 9 times of old rate. Isn't it? Yes. After that, what you have? You have how is the rate affected when concentration of both this and this are double. Both should be double. So here R double dash is K, X is doubled and Y is also doubled. This is also doubled, okay? This is also doubled. So here it is K, this is 2, this is K, this is X, this is 4Y square, that is 8KX, and this is Y square, that is 8R. So this is now changing by 8 times. 8 times. This is 9 times. So you can say here the answer is 9 times and here the answer is 8 times. Okay? Yes. Next question, let's see that. Next question, guys. 2022 question, right? Let's see that. Here it is. The first order reduction takes 30 minutes for 75% decomposition. Okay, let's see. Let's write the answer. First order reduction takes 30 minutes for the decomposition. For 75% decomposition, means initial rate, whenever it is in percentage, take initial rate as 100. Final rate will be 75% is decomposed, so you will be left with only 25. Right? So you can see this here, you can say this here, that here in this case, everybody, here in this case, what you can say, K is equals to 2.3, or you can write the value of K, yes, 2.303. by T. This is log of initial by final, A naught by 80. So I'll write A naught as 100, 80 as 25, and time is given to me, that is 30 minutes. So I'll solve it. This will become 2.303 by 30. This will become log of 2 square. Log of 2 will be 2 you will take in front. That will become 2.303 by 30. This will be in front. This is log of 2. Log of 2 is nothing but it is 0.301. That is also given to you in the question. 0.3. They are saying take it as 0.3. In board examination, they give the value of log. But you should know the properties of log. And if still you don't know, then I will send you a video, right? And in fact, you can also see that yourself. Just search log anti-log by Diksha Ma'am. You will see hardly it is 40 minutes video. That is for definitely JEE aspirants and NEET aspirants. But for you, the properties part you can learn from there. Right, because in JEE and NEET, you have to learn log 2, log 3, all the values, but in board examination, they usually give the values, right? But still, you have to see for yourself what is the value, how we came to log 2. Because of this property, 2 in front, log 2, right? So, properties you must know. And I would advise you to learn the values as well, right? Now, what is the value of T half? T half is 0.693, right? Divided by K. You calculate the value of K from here, put it here and you will get the value of T half. So K we will calculate it to be this much per minute. You put the value of K here and you will have the value of T half as 15 minutes. Okay? Understood everybody? Any problem here? Then write it down in the comment section. Now, next is write the cell reaction and calculate the EMF of the following. Okay. For this, you firstly need to know that always in representation, the left side is anode and the right side is always cathode. That means the reaction must be that Sn is getting converted to Sn2 positive, that is oxidation is happening, and here H positive is getting converted to H2. That is reduction is happening, right? So that means this should be half of H2, right? So can I see that will become the formula? Yes. Now, here in this case, oxidation is happening, that means anode, and this is reduction, that means cathode. Now, I will always use E naught value as, E naught cell value as E naught of cathode minus anode, right? Okay? E naught of cathode minus anode. Cathode is what? This one. For reduction of H positive to this, the value is 0. Anode is this one. Anode reduction potential. Reduction means when, see, here oxidation is happening, but I have to write the reduction potential in the formula. So reduction means decrease in oxidation number, that means 2 to 0. So I can see that here it is minus of 0.14, answer will be plus 0.14. That is E naught cell. Now they are asking you to calculate the value of cell reaction, right? The cell reaction that we have written, and calculate the EMF. E naught we have calculated. Now apply the Nernst equation. Nernst equation is E cell is equals to E naught cell that we have calculated, minus 0.59 divided by n factor log of product by reactant. Product is Sn2 positive. On product side, you also have pressure of H2 divided by H positive. Achha, one more thing. If they are saying that here it is H2, that means this has to be H2 only, right? So what you can do here, this is half of H2, right? Then you multiply this by 2. You can do the opposite also, but in that case, it will be different, right? So I'll do it this way, right? So this is H2. If I write it here, this will be H2 square. Pressure of this is given to be 1. This is given to be, H positive value is given to be what? 0.02 and this is 0.004. This is 0.02, this is 0.0004. So put all the values here, right? N factor, if you see here, number of electrons. Now you will think that, ma'am, why you have put 2 and half? Array, why I have put half here? This will be 2. है ना? So why you have put 2 here, ma'am? Why not 1 here and half here? See, reason is if I solve this properly, then here you have 2 electrons are lost. So here 2 electrons must be gained. That is why I have put here 2 and this will be converted to H2. Okay? Understood? Yes. So 2 electrons are lost and gained. You put 2 here, you solve this and you will get your answer here. Okay. Right, everybody? Do let me know if that is clear. See here, though it is quite simple, only 0.004, 0.002, this will cancel each other because 0.002 is equals to nothing, 0.004. This square is that only, so it will cancel, right? And you will have the answer here easily, right? Okay. Next question is 2020 question, guys. Here what we have, let's talk about that. In the given reaction, the rate of formation of C is given. Calculate the rate of reaction, rate of disappearance. Let's see that, right? So what we have here, everyone? So in this case, rate of reaction, you can say rate of reaction is equals to, in terms of A it is minus dA by dt, in terms of B it is minus 1 by 3 dB by dt, because reactant is always minus and it is always divided by stoichiometry. Product is plus 1 by 2 dC by dt. Now they have given you the value of rate of formation, that means dC by dt they have given to be 2.5 into 10 raised to power minus 4. So you can say rate of reaction will be half of 2.5 into 10 raised to power minus 4. Okay, that is A part. B part is, they are asking you to calculate rate of disappearance, that is minus. Now in rate of appearance and disappearance, you don't divide it by stoichiometry. I have already told you in the formula sheet revision. So minus dB by dt is nothing but it is 3 by 2 dC by dt. So it will be 3 by 2 multiplied by 2.5 into 10 raised to power minus 4. That will be the answer here. Right? Rate of reaction you can calculate, and after that you can calculate the value of this, that is 3 by 2 into dC by dt. Right? Okay. Yes, everybody. Now we are left with last 4 questions, 17, 18, 19 and 20th. Let's see that. Last 4 questions. Let's see that. Give reasons for what? Cooking is faster in pressure cooker than in an open pan. That's a very intuitive question, okay? So, cooking is faster in cooking pan. Why? Because when we faster in pressure cooker, than in open pan. Why? See, I don't know if you have boiled any potato or not, but if you boil the potato in open pan, even I don't know that much about cooking, but this much I know, right? So if you put it in the open pan and you boil it, it will take like a really lot of time. But if you put it in the cooker, in the pressure cooker, what will happen after 3 or 4 whistles, it will easily be done. Why? Because inside the cooker, there is pressure. That means pressure is more. And when the pressure is high as compared to the atmospheric pressure, the boiling point also raises. Now, because see, earlier atmospheric pressure was this much. Now, the water has to boil when it reaches this pressure, right? When it reaches this pressure. But now I have increased the atmospheric pressure. Now, because for that cooker, for that potato, the atmospheric pressure is the pressure of that cooker, not the surrounding, because it is in that cooker and closed. So, potato is thinking, now I am there, I am in the pressure cooker. So, my atmospheric pressure is the pressure of pressure cooker. That is higher. So that's why now if the water is here, water has to boil till here. So the boiling point has increased, boiling point has increased. So when boiling point has increased, cooking will be faster, because earlier water wants to increase its temperature and wants to become boiled water. That is why cooking will become very, very fast. Okay, that is a concept. Do tell your parents about it. They will be very surprised. Oh my God, our kid is learning good things, right? Let's see that. This mosquito is there. Mosquito, please go from here. I don't want to get malaria or dengue, please. Okay. Now next is on mixing liquid X and liquid Y, volume of resulting solution decreases. Okay, volume decreases. See, if delta V mix they are saying is decreases, that means definitely it is a negative deviation. Okay, that means they are talking about negative deviation. See, what I can see that in 2020 they have asked still good simple questions, but 2025 they are asking more conceptually good questions, right? So take care of that. What change in temperature would you observe after mixing X and Y? Negative deviation is there. So we can see the pressure will also be decreased, right? Interactions will be increased. So all the properties of negative deviation you can write here, right? Define azeotrope. What type of azeotrope is formed by negative deviation? See, azeotrope is what? The ones same composition. This to beta we have seen. Acha, they have asked temperature kya? What change? Acha, they have asked change in temperature. Would you observe? Acha, in negative deviation, temperature increases. Okay, so that is the part. Okay. Now let's see what about azeotropes. Azeotropes are the mixtures which, for example, alcohol and water have different boiling point. But if they are in an azeotropic mixture, they will have a constant boiling point. That means composition of liquid in vapor phase, same composition liquid and vapor phase, that is the first property of azeotrope. Second is they boil at constant temperature, right? Now, if I talk about negative deviation, always remember pressure is inversely proportional to boiling point in this case, not in that. There I told you the concept here, right? So, if I increase the pressure, see, simple is, here I was increasing the pressure. I'll tell you a simple concept here. Here I was increasing the pressure of atmospheric pressure. Earlier this was the atmospheric pressure. It has to reach here. Boiling point is less. If atmospheric pressure only I am increasing, now it has to reach here. Okay. That's why I have written if this increases, this will increase. But here atmospheric pressure is same. That is this. Now I am saying if earlier you had simple vapor pressure here, when this will meet, this had this boiling point, this was the boiling point. Now if I say negative deviation, that means the vapor pressure of liquid has decreased. Chalo, let's see this. Okay, this is the atmospheric pressure. Boiling point is when vapor pressure equals to atmospheric pressure. Earlier this is the vapor pressure of pure liquids, right? So that is this one. This is the boiling point. When you mix two liquids, because of negative deviation, we are saying their vapor pressure will decrease. Now this much is the boiling point. So we can see that here what will happen, negative deviation, because boiling point, here vapor pressure of mixture is inversely proportional to boiling point, right? And here I was talking about atmospheric pressure is directly proportional to boiling point. Okay. So if vapor pressure of the mixture is decreasing, boiling point will increase. So I can say it is maximum boiling azeotrope. And these are the examples, right? Okay. Percentage can be ignored means you don't have to cram the percentage. Just write the examples of negative deviation. That will be the example of azeotropes. Okay. Percentage they will not expect from you that you should know also percentages and all. Okay, let's see this question here, guys. Let's calculate the order of the reaction here. If you see this is the order. Now here what we can see, we are saying that here if I say A to B, if you are going from, just keep any of this constant. If you want to order of the reaction, A is constant here. So if A is constant here, Here it is 0.1 and here it is 0.1. This is increasing by 4 times. Okay, just keep A constant. Here concentration of B is increasing by 4 times when this is also increasing by 4 times. 6, 4, 24. Okay. So that means rate of the reaction with respect to B will be 1. Because when concentration is increasing 4 times, rate is also increasing 4 times. You can say rate is equals to 4 times of old rate, and rate is also equals to x raised to power n of this. That means x is concentration is increasing by 4 times raised to power n of r. So n must be equals to r. So basically beta, this is the formula that new rate is equals to x raised to power n times old rate. X is the times concentration has increased and n is the order, right? So if I say new rate is equals to 4 times old rate and also concentration is 4 raised to power n of this, so n must be equals to 1, right? Now if I do the opposite, if I say let's keep this constant, this is increasing 2 times, this is increasing how many times? 3 times, है ना? 42 into 3, for 3, 12, for 16, 17. No. For 3, 12. I think 4 times, 4 to 8, 4, 4, 16, yes, 4 times. This is increasing 4 times. So you can say, new rate is how many times? 4 times old rate. Concentration is increasing 2 times, 2 raised to power n of r. That means n should be equals to 2 here. That means with respect to A, it is 2. Okay, that's how you can calculate this in the exam, right? Okay, and also you can do it the other way. You can do all the calculations as well. You can do this calculation like this also, that R is equals to K, A raised to power M, B raised to power N. Okay, I'll give you a solid trick. Use this trick to answer. You know the answer. Now do the formality. Now do the formality saying that this is this. Then you say for the first case, R is equals to K. For the first experiment, K, A is what? 0.2 raised to power M. B is 0.3 raised to power N. And R value is 4.2. Similarly, write it for case 2. Then divide it and solve it. Right? It's full maths. Right? So I have given you the trick as well. Right? Now, order we have calculated. Write the rate law and overall order of the reaction. Overall order of the reaction is 3. And the rate law also we have written. With respect to A, it is 2. With respect to B, it is 1. Okay. Calculate the rate constant. Rate constant is what? Rate constant, you can pick any of the values here. You can pick any of the values here, right? Achha, this all beta, you don't need to write it in theory. Just solve it properly, right? Now, when you need to solve the rate and pick any of the value, I am picking the case 1 here where A is 0.2, this is 0.3, that is 4.2 into 10 raised to power minus 2. Put the values in the formula of rate law, that is R is equals to K, A raised to power 2, B raised to power 1. And you will get your answer of K. Okay? Okay. Now, next question is CBSE 2025 question that says, write the anode and cathode reaction and the overall cell reaction that occurs in lead storage battery. It's a lead storage battery is a favorite topic of CBSE, right? They have asked in last year's sample paper as well, right? So this you must not forget to do lead storage battery, all the reactions, what is happening at anode, what is happening at cathode, overall cell reaction, right? That you must know, right? Then calculate the potential of half cell containing this much of this much of this and this much of this. This is the half cell. Okay. Here only reduction is happening. So I can see E cell, E naught is given to be 1.33 minus 0.059. N factor is 6 electrons here. This is log of product is Cr3 positive square and here reactant is divided by H positive raised to power 14 and this is Cr2072 negative. See, the value of concentration of this is given, concentration of H positive is given, and they are asking you the value of E cell. So it's easy, no? You just have to, H positive value is given to be 10 raised to power minus 4. This is given to be 0.01. And K2, Cr207 is also given to be 0.01. So put all the values in this and you will get your answer. Right? Okay. So put all the values here and you will get your answer here. Right? I can just also write it here. Cr3 positive is given to be 0.01. This is given to be 0.01 again. And this is given to be 0.0001. Okay. 0.0001, that is 10 raised to power minus 4. So put all the values and you will get your answer here. Right? Okay, everybody. Now let's see the last question of today. Right? Okay, everybody. Are you ready for that? Let's see the last question. Now, a tip for all of you, in case-based questions, right? You don't have to see all of this, right? You don't have to do that, right? Now, all you need to do is just see the question, then see the paragraph, okay? But I am not asking you to not read the paragraph. You must read the paragraph. But firstly, you should go through the questions. Then once just go through the paragraph if something different is given. But you should not skip the paragraph altogether. You should see, maybe they have asked you to assume something. Then what you will do, right? So you must go through the paragraph, but firstly see the questions. So here it is. What is rate determining step, right? If you see here also, you'll be able to find it. Rate determining step is what? It is the slowest step in the complex reaction, right? Define a complex reaction that takes place in multiple steps. Multiple steps. Okay. You can give an example for that, that firstly intermediate is formed. After that, you have done so many parts where you have multiple steps. Next is, what is the effect of temperature on the rate constant of the reaction? See, we have seen that as you double the temperature, as you increase the temperature by 10 times, by 10 degrees Celsius, rate constant is doubled. Okay, this is a value, this is a point that you need to write here. Okay. Then what is the molecularity applicable? Why is molecularity only applicable to elementary, whereas order is applicable for elementary as well as complex? See, this part now, why molecularity? Because now in elementary reaction complex you don't see it only. Right, this I have told you. Molecularity is defined only for elementary, whereas order is this for both, because molecularity of each elementary reaction in the complex may be different. Hence, meaningless for overall complex. Every single step, molecularity is molecular colliding. How many molecules are colliding to form the product? So every single step has different molecularity. So you can't take the average of that, right? Whereas order of the complex is experimentally determined. That is why we can tell it for the overall reaction in complex as well as elementary reactions. The conversion of molecule X to Y follows second order kinetics. If the concentration of X is increased 3 times, how do you affect the rate of reaction? See, R is equals to K, X, it is second order reaction. Now I am saying if it is increased 3 times, so it will be 3x square, that is 9 of old rate. So it will be increased by how many times? 9 times. Okay. So guys, that's it for today, and I am super duper happy that we have done inorganic chemistry, right? I have told you 30 top previous year questions, most repeated, you will see there, right? Then we have done organic conversions, we have done distinguished test important reagent, naming reactions, top 30 questions of organic chemistry. We have done physical chemistry formula sheet, we have done top 20 questions of physical chemistry as well, right? Now, do let me know what else you want. You are left with only 2 days, that is 26 and 27. Now, do let me know in the comment section what you want me to do. I'll go live for you. I will come here live for that part. If you want me to take full like chemistry marathon, I want at least 100 comments on this video, right? If you want me to do some question practice, do write it down in the comment section. My original plan was to do like marathon on 26th and on 27th question practice or sample paper or some good mock test for you guys as CBSE, like a replica of that, right? You let me know in the comment section what you want me to do, right? Okay, so yes guys, till then I'll see you all in tomorrow's class. I'm waiting for your comments in the comment section. Till then, bye bye, take care, bye bye.